And so basically, like I found you on Instagram, and you're skinny vegan health, right? Or skinny health vegan. I'm like skinny
Vegan fitness, yeah.
Sorry, I just like. But what's your story? How did you become a vegan, vegetarian? How did you grow up, and how did you end up like become an activist?
Yeah, so I was born vegetarian, so I had a good start in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was lucky. My mum went vegetarian when she was 16, because she saw slaughterhouse truck and she couldn't deal with it anymore. Like it was like one day for her, so she was vegetarian. And then when she had me, she brought me and my brothers up vegetarian. So that was my start. And then I had some issues with dairy products when I was like around 18. I started having really bad stomach problems, and I thought, to be honest with you, I hated the world. I thought, oh God, I have to quit cheese and milk, and
Yeah.
I was really like not, I was not in a vegan mindset. I was in a vegetarian, I'm doing enough for the planet mindset. That was what I honestly believed. And then I don't know, I had this kind of spark to actually like look like, why is it causing me problems, you know? And I looked into lactose intolerance, and I couldn't really find any. They just said some people are intolerant. There wasn't really a reason. And I was thinking, there has to be a reason. Like, why am I intolerant to it? And then I started thinking by my own, you know, I didn't really go on any animal rights pages or anything. I just started thinking, you know, maybe it's because, you know, now I think about it, it is from another animal. So maybe it's just that we're not supposed to. And then I started researching that, right? Like, is it because we're just, you know, like, why are we drinking it in the first place, and milk, and why are we eating those products? And then it just clicked, and I thought, well, I'm not a cow. That's why I've got problems. I'm not lactose intolerant. That's not an illness. I'm just not a cow. That's why I shouldn't drink this. I shouldn't eat this. And then I started going down the same lines with eggs too, thinking that why am I eating? And it just went from there. And then I had this kind of awakening, and then that's when I became vegan. And that was around like 10 years ago or so, more or less.
And your focus is mostly on nutrition and fitness. So there's a lot of people who think about vegan and fitness don't go together.
Yeah, I can't tell vegan. I don't know exactly how to tell vegans to get huge. Like someone like Nimai Delgado, I don't know if you know him, or John Venus, or these bodybuilders. Like, I don't know how to do that. Like, they do, right? And that's what they're doing. They can train people for that. It's great. For me, I can train people. I can help people to just get the optimal fitness level for them. And that doesn't mean having loads of muscles or being super skinny or having a big ass, like a lot of women are going for the booty building now. Now, for me, it doesn't mean that. It means feeling good. And, you know, you don't have to look amazing in the mirror to feel good. It's just about that. That should be what people aim for. So, and that is completely possible on a vegan, on a plant-based diet, completely.
Yeah, what is the basics you need to do? Because I am vegan, but I'm basically an unhealthy vegan, so I'm not yet unhealthy. I eat like vegan pizzas and yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, my view on this is like, it's not. I know a lot of health professionals will tell you like you should eat perfectly healthily all the time because that's the professional thing. But for me, like I'm less professional in that sense. I say like Monday to Friday, you should or could eat at home or make food from home, and that should be ideally like whole food, plant-based, with no oil, nothing processed, from Monday to Friday. So that would be like, you could still make burgers and things, but you make them yourself, and you don't fry them. You could bake them, or you know, you could do it that way, or grill them. So the basics that I would say during the week would be like loads of potatoes, especially if you're working out. Yeah, we're talking about somebody who's working out regularly here. Yeah, so potatoes for sure, lentils, chickpeas, nuts, seeds, oats, loads of fruit, loads of all the veg, like as much of veg as you can in all different, you know, varieties, and basically all of that together. I think I'm missing it. Oh yeah, tahini is awesome. Tahini sauce is like packed with protein and really good calories too. So yeah, Monday to Friday, that's what I would say. And then from like Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, I have a little splurge, to be honest with you, because if you're working out regularly, it's all right to have a little splurge at the weekend. You don't undo all the week's work. And as long as you're not going crazy, you know, if you have like if you go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you eat out on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, but you're eating out and it's nothing that's too bad, you know, I mean, what's the worst you can get as vegan? You know, not really.
Fries.
Vegan cheese.
I eat a lot of fries.
Rice is fine. Rice is fine.
No, fries. Like
fries, yeah, fine. Fries, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're just nailing big plates of fries for three days in a row, yeah, not great. But if you're having like pizza's not that bad. Everyone calls pizza really bad, but vegan pizza, come on, it's just bread, tomato, and vegan cheese. It's not that bad. The oil in the cheese is not great, but vegetables on it and stuff. Like,
that is true. Like I was looking for a great cheese replacer, and there's a
yeah,
lot of bad oils in the cheese. Like now I found a good one here in Holland that I like.
yeah.
I forgot the name, but it has coconut oil in it.
I mean, yeah, and coconut in all oils, unfortunately, like I am coming to this realization more recently that, and there's lots of studies to back this. So I know I'm probably going to get some hate for saying this, but everyone's loving coconut oil or sesame oil or saying different oils like extra virgin olive oil, and these things are good for you, and like we should have them in our diets. But at the end of the day, they are highly processed fats. That's what they are. Like they're very, very highly processed food items.
I like that there's so many. Everyone targets something else, right? So some people focus on. I'm actually gonna say what happens to the animals and that it's really bad. What you see a lot of veganism is just alternatives that are just nice and good to eat. So focusing on food and less on. It's good that both are there. Some people show you what's happening to the animals and it needs to stop, and some people say you can be a healthy person, like a skinny person, and just change the way you eat. And by doing that, you're also helping animals, basically.
Yeah, my message is like it's a bit of a mix because I go to the Cube of Truths, I do the vigils too, I do the direct action events like disruptions. So I'm very much like an activist in all those things. Yeah. But then on my Instagram page, I do post those as well. But then at the same time, every post that I have has some element of health or fitness in it too, because I'm combining the two. So yeah, I combine it all. That was always my focus, to combine these things. And so far, it's good. Oh, yeah.
I've been looking into it, and it's like a lot of different people. So also people who rescue animals and that post that. And I love that there's so much diversity, because then you can basically choose what fits for you. Like next week, I'm interviewing someone who actually does the rescuing of animals. He doesn't have an Instagram account, nothing neither. It's like I'm talking to him, like I'm still have to figure this out. I have a week how to do that, because he doesn't want to be, but because he can't. It's completely illegal here in Holland what he does. So.
Of course, yeah, it's illegal everywhere, but that's one of the things too. That's something to key on, is that there is a movement now that's going ahead where these individuals are going to be more upfront with their faces and names, because they believe that, we all believe that it shouldn't be illegal, and to achieve that, sometimes it's necessary to do the act and take the punishment for it. Like. How can you arrest and charge someone for going into a farm and taking animals that are sick, that will be killed and put in the bin? Because they literally put them in the bin, like in the trash, right? So they're taking, in essence, what they're doing for that business or that organization is taking away their, I hate saying this, but they're taking away their trash. And, but instead of it being, taking that animal away and killing them, taking them away and making them better. I don't know what sane judge would ever put someone in prison for doing that, And
it's I like that part of the movement, because that's the one thing that has been, from everything I read, it's the one thing I don't understand at all. So helping a sick living being is illegal. It's really, and for instance in Holland, it's like if you I think Seb said this 2 days ago, and it made me think a lot, that if you hit your dog, you get arrested. But then if I eat a chicken, I don't, basically.
Exactly. It's our speciesist society, our speciesist legal system, discriminating animals based on species, or giving some animals protection because they are a different species. And this is the system we live in, but it's not correct. When we're not damaging anything at all, and we're simply taking sick animals, I mean, what's radical? What's extreme about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and also direct action everywhere. I've been taking a lot of bad comments and a lot of criticism for an event we did the other day where we went into a Burger King, and I was speaking speaking to everybody in Burger King, announcing that we're very peaceful, we're non-violent, we're only here to talk to you today, and we spoke about peace, and we spoke about compassion for animals, and we spoke about why we are still doing this to animals when we don't have to. And it was very clear, it was very calm, and we were met with extreme violence and extreme aggression. Yeah, to the point where one of the individuals tried to physically make contact with us, walking into us, tried to kick one of the laptops showing images, screaming. The video was quite a stressful video to see. But a lot of people are vegans too, telling me that this is too much and it's too extreme and it's too. But this is, you just mentioned, there is a strategy to this. This is, this is what we expect. It's a disruption. It's disrupting something called negative peace. Negative peace is when there is peace in an area, but there is injustice in that area too. Like in McDonald's or Burger King, everyone's at peace and laughing and having fun, but there are dead animals everywhere that were killed for no necessary reason. It's a negative peace. It's like a fake peace. Yeah. And when we go in, we're disrupting that negative peace and we're bringing truth to the table. And yeah, as long as it's done peacefully and in a non-violent way, there's nothing extreme about doing that.
I also, like, a year ago I interviewed someone who was an activist here in my city, and he said, like, you become vegetarian, then you become vegan, and then you become an activist almost natural. Like, he and his wife had the same, it's like it goes like that. And I noticed that about myself too, because when I was vegetarian I was like, okay, you eat meat and I don't, and I respect your choice, and that's how I thought. Like, and now that I read so much, I just, because people see these, like, like 100 years ago, you didn't see the images, or you actually had to go to a slaughterhouse. But most people now have seen, like, images through social media or on TV, or, it's passed by somewhere. So almost everyone knows now we're not treating animals pretty okay. So then I'm starting to have a hard time with it, that people still do it. Like,
so we're not trying to create vegan values in people. That would be impossible to create someone's values like that. That's something you have from a young age.
Yeah, exactly.
We're trying to show them they already have those values. They already believe killing is wrong. They already believe that we shouldn't make anyone suffer. So that's it. So everybody has it already. It's just about some people accepting it and going with it, and some people either don't know yet or are ignoring it. And that's it, basically. Yeah, I don't think anyone's a bad person.
No.
We have people do bad and good things.
Yeah, true.